3 years ago, Hollywood was still telling you that celebrating thin bodies was violence, that demanding thinness from women was a systemic act of oppression, that body positivity wasn't just a trend, it was a moral position, a hill worth dying on. But today, the hill is gone, and nobody's talking about where it went. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and today we need to have a conversation that makes everyone uncomfortable, including probably me. Let me tell you what just happened. We came through one of the most star-studded award seasons in recent memory: the Oscars, the BAFTAs, the SAG Awards, Fashion Week in Paris and Milan, and show after show, red carpet after red carpet, the same image kept appearing: jutting collarbones, sinewy arms, sunken cheeks, and faces that used to be full of life. Demi Moore at the SAG Awards, Oprah at Paris Fashion Week, clinging to her friend just to navigate the cobblestones. Sharon and Kelly Osbourne at the Brit Awards, Emma Stone, Robin Wright, LaToya Jackson at a funeral. And here's the thing I need you to sit with before we go any further. These are the same publications, the same entertainment culture, the same audiences who just spent the past few years telling you that commenting on a woman's body was the worst thing you could do, that thin privilege was real, that celebrating small bodies caused eating disorders in teenagers. Magazine covers ran think pieces. Twitter, back in the day, had week-long moral emergencies about it. Brands fell over each other to cast plus-size models. Every award show had a panel about that. And then Ozempic arrived, and apparently all of that was a seasonal menu item, because now we're back to collarbones and the compliments are flowing again, and somehow, mysteriously, the moral emergency infrastructure has gone completely quiet. What you just witnessed is not a change of values. It's the revelation that there were no values in the first place. There was a trend. And trends, by definition, get replaced by other trends. So what looked like a cultural shift was actually just the fashion industry trying on a different silhouette. They wore it for a few seasons, they got bored, and now we're back to the shape that the industry has always actually preferred, because the system never changed. It just put on a different costume. And this is the Jason Voorhees quality of this particular monster. You can kill it, bury it, hold a memorial, make a documentary about how it died, and it will still be standing behind you when you turn around. Now, here's the part where I have to be honest about something uncomfortable. The body positivity movement at its best was doing something real and necessary. The data on eating disorders, on the psychological cost of impossible beauty standards for teenage girls, that is not manufactured, that is documented. That is documented clinical reality. The concern was legitimate, but the moment it became a brand strategy, the moment corporations started putting it on tote bags and using it to sell yogurt, that was the moment it was already dead. Because a value that gets deployed to sell something is not a value, it's a product. And products have life cycles. Ozempic didn't kill body positivity. Ozempic just made it financially inconvenient. And inconvenient products get discontinued. Here's the thing that nobody wants to say it out loud. The entertainment industry does not actually care what shape your body is. What it cares about is whatever shape is currently generating clicks, covers, and cultural conversation. So 30 years ago, that shape was heroin chick. Then it was athletic. Then it was curves. Now we're back to heroin chick with a pharmaceutical delivery system and a smoother PR operation. And you, the audience, me included, everyone watching, we participate in this. Every time we screenshot and share, every time we comment on the collarbone, every time we run the algorithm that tells the machine what we're looking at, we are not innocent bystanders of this system. We are the fuel it runs on. I want to talk about the Wicked press tour for a moment, because I think it's the most revealing case study here.
She has given me a new strength and ability to listen to certain voices maybe I wouldn't listen to before from my inside, you know?
You have Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, two extraordinarily talented women traveling the entire globe promoting a film. A film, let me remind you, about outsiders who don't fit in, about being told you're wrong, you're too much, you're not what the world wants. A film that was marketed heavily on themes of self acceptance. And the conversation that followed them everywhere, and I mean everywhere, was about how small they looked. The get a hamburger, get a sandwich joke. How concerned people were, how fragile. Now, you can read that two ways. You can say, you see, the culture is pushing back. People are worried. This is body positivity working. Or, and I think this is the more accurate read, the culture was simply doing what it always does, obsessively cataloging women's bodies and calling it concern, dressing up surveillance as care. And we have always done this. We just keep repainting the walls of the same room and pretending we have a moved house. Beneath, it is almost always fear. Fear of what? Fear of irrelevance. Fear of being replaced. Fear of the industry that made you deciding one day that you're no longer the right shape for their purposes. That fear is real and it is completely rational because the industry that generates it is that ruthless. So I'm not here to judge the individuals. I have genuine compassion for every person I have mentioned today. What I'm pointing at is the machine. The machine that spent the last few years monetizing body acceptance and is now quietly going back to monetizing the opposite without apology, without acknowledgement, without even the decency of a press release. And the most David Copperfield thing about it, a trick that keeps working, is that we keep looking at the individual women, their collarbones, their arms, their choices, and we never look at who's selling them the mirror. So, my body language buddies, I want to know what do you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.